Hi, everybody. We're having a little technical problem again. I can't seem to get Amy on. Hey, don't go chewing on me, Bob. What are you guys doing up there anyway? Hmm? I don't know if anybody is seeing this because Amy can't get on. Hmm. Hi, Amy. You can see me, huh? Okay. Well, that's good, but I don't know why you can't get on. That doesn't make any sense. Let's see if I can. Hi, Lisa. I have no idea why. Can't get Amy on here. Yeah, I assumed you could see it on YouTube. What are you doing, Bob? Hi there. So you got on. Good, good. No idea why that happened, but glad to see you got on, Amy. Okay, well, you're on YouTube, but you should be on here too. I don't know if I'm just giving you the same link every time, but let's try it one more time. So hello, everybody. Bob, what's up? Hi, Falcon Sue. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, there's issues with internet connections all around. We're still on Wi-Fi here. I mean, that's one step up from being on dial-up. If anybody remembers that. Yeah, I remember connecting to bulletin boards, right, Cecil? He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. Connecting to bulletin boards online. That was, and there was that. I guess some people still have AOL, but I feel sorry for them. But sometimes they just keep it for the email address. What are you doing, Mander? I got to get somebody off my arm if I'm going to pet you here. Here, big boy. Hi, big boy. Hi, Calvin. It's a sugar bird. You got over before Sugar. She's over there looking like I'm going to give you some of that wine, some of that famous sugar wine. Mander had to get over to get petted, though. Hi, Cecil. Zoom tight. Salud. Hmm? And there's Bob. He's looking out at everything. I hear you. We have any robotic birds here? No robotic birds. Yeah, the subject today is why a robot can probably train our birds better than we can. What are you doing? Oh, Mander, don't touch my beak. See, they're all different. Sugar is, oh, my beak, touch my beak. Mander is, no, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Hi, Mander. Sugar's just trying to get around you somehow to get petted. And that's all she's trying to do. Get around that big guy. Hmm. Babaloo, babaloo. Sugar bird. Yeah, Amy, you should have your co-host account, which should allow you to enter. I don't. That's the other way to enter, but I don't know. I haven't done co-host, so I have no idea how that works. I guess I could look it up. Send you the info. Hi, Eleanor. Oh, okay. Well, that was a switcheroo. All of a sudden now there's a sugar there instead of a mander. Lorelei, what's going on with you? Why are you sneezing? Sensitive little thing. You're just a sensitive little thing. Yes, you are. Just a sensitive little thing. Well, let's see.
Test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I have to. If you come in as a co-host, I don't think I have to turn it on and change the layout, but I don't know. I mean, this is a new platform for us, so you'd think the geek would figure it all out the first day, but typical guy, I figure out what needs to be done and then just do the needs, and later on you work the fringes, right? Cecil says I work the fringes all the time. Hi, Shug. Hi, Sugar. The sugar bird. The sugar. Hey, Jocelyn. Got the popcorn box.
That's a great sugar bird.
Hi, Mander. You too, huh?
Oh, Amanda, you're a funny boy.
The needy Malayans, they just have to. I've got to come over and get petted. It's all about. If I can't find a human, I'll look for an umbrella, right?
They're so cute. So when now everybody can hear me, I can also welcome a couple of chatters. I think Don already has most of them. So welcome to Lisa Banerjee, Falkensu, Calvin Thurston, Eleanor, and Jocelyn Driggle. So hello, everybody. Hope you have a good time watching all the Moluccan cuteness.
You guys, I don't have 4 hands. I need to be the god Vishnu with 8 hands here to do this. Are you gonna?
So much neediness.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Did you put a piece of wood under me? Because I sure doesn't feel comfortable there, kid. He'll do that. I put him in here, then he grabs a piece of wood and puts it where I sit. So if I don't look, I end up sitting on it. I think it's just a gift for me, but speaking of gifts, I have the drop zone up there. Hi, Jazz.
Oh, the third Moluccan. Now everybody's here around you.
Yeah, she got me. Yes, she got my Peaches shirt yesterday. I'm not sure I'll be able to get
Oh,
that.
no.
Yeah.
Not the Peaches shirt.
Yeah, she got the Peaches shirt. Good. She had, their droppings aren't always that solid. And this one was green. There's a lot of greens that I put in there when I juice it and add it to their mash in the morning. So it tends to stain a bit. We'll see. I have I have glycerin, so if you wash it in cold water or you run cold water over it, hit it with glycerin and work the glycerin in. That's what they use at the dry cleaners. You work that in there and then wash it in cold water. Maybe it'll come out. Leave her alone, Bob. Quit bothering Lorelei. That's not nice. Don't bother the Lorelei. I'm talking to you. Leave her alone. Now, quit looking at her. Stop it. Don't look at her. No. Babaloo, I know you hear voices. I know how you are.
Is the Babaloo hearing the imposter Bob who is moderating?
Yep. He is. You don't need to come over here and bother Lorelei. No, you don't.
Babaloo says someone has stolen my identity.
Poor Bob. No, I don't get behind me. That's where you're working. No, you're not going behind me. Nope. You only want to go behind me so you can knock the phone out of my hands. I know that. Bob. I'll tickle you. I'll tickle the Bob. Now I'll tickle him. I'll tickle him. I'll tickle that Bob. There's a good boy. What a good bird. Babaloo.
Wow.
Hi, Rosebud. There's the Babaloo. The Babaloo. He's pretty amazing. It's just I can't believe he's gone over a decade without prolapsing. But liquid mash seems to be the solution. So that's not completely liquid, but it's got a lot of liquid in it. So you gonna go play, Bob? Take the escalator down. Glad to hear that, Eleanor. To Bob. What, Chug? You aren't saying anything. You coming up, Bob? All right. All right. All right. You're not going to get behind me, though. I'm not going to let that happen. Nah, you're sneaking. No sneaking. Come on, Gollum. We're not going to let you sneak back there. Nope. Sometimes he is just like Gollum in the movie. Sneaking? Sneaking. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why would a robot be able to train a bird better than a human? There's a thought. It's not one that takes a lot of time to describe, but to get it through, you dropped your toy. No, you can't have what's in my pocket. No. You just got to investigate everything, don't you? Don't you? There's something in his pocket, I can tell. If you program a robot to do something, it's going to do it the same way every time. Unless you program a variation into it, it's going to be able to do the same thing every time. So if that robot is is programmed to train a bird to step up, it's going to repeat the actions the way you define it in the program over and over and over again. So the problem with humans is we tend to get distracted, to use different hands, approach the bird a different way, which pretty much makes it difficult for us to train. Because unless you tried that experiment where one person becomes the bird, the other person has to leave the room, and then you have people decide what you're going to make that bird do when it comes back in the room. Then when it comes back in, the only thing you can do, the bird has to, the person's playing the bird, has to just move a little bit. That's all they're required to do, kind of move back and forth. So then you either snap your fingers or you say good when you want it, when they're pointing in the right direction, and then they'll start walking that way. And then if they get close to what you want, you just stay silent until they start moving around, and then when they start heading in the right direction again, you do the same thing, and eventually the last time I did it, we had the decision was for someone to open a door, so they got them to open the door. But that's how difficult. If you play the bird, you realize how difficult it is to understand things if you keep getting different signals. So when we were doing those training exercises, if they said good too late, then of course the person would go in the wrong direction, and so you might have them like standing up against a wall but moving a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and then you have to say good again. So as a trainer, you see the frustration from the viewpoint of the trainer, and as the bird, you see the frustration is, what do they want me to do? So that's why a robot would train a bird better than a human. We have some advantages. We can develop a relationship with the bird, so the bird will listen to us, that kind of thing, and is ready to. But when it comes down to the basic mechanics, a robot taught to put its fake arm out there and say step up is going to do the same thing every time with the same arm, with the hand looking the same. So even a slight variation. If you're teaching step up and you're using your left hand, but one time you have your hand like this, another time you have your hand like this, or you're varying the position of your hands, you're just confusing them. And for those who think that they understand English, I don't think most people who speak English understand it. So no, you can't expect a bird to. They will understand certain words in English. Bob understands what bye means. If you're leaving, he'll say bye-bye. Right, Bob? Yeah. In the morning, he'll say good morning because he recognizes the sun just came up. He's not stupid. So that's when he says good morning. He understands that good morning is a sound that is made when it is in the morning. But beyond that, consistency is the most important thing. Right, Bob? So
Bob.
I'm pretty consistent. When I want them to stop doing something, I have two phrases for it. One is for a minor issue. I'll say that kind of thing. And then there's the no. And I say that in two forms. One is a kind of a quiet no. I say no. The other one is when I say it louder. So they understand what the variations mean. What are you doing with that? Oh, you're breaking it up. Okay. He's breaking up a piece of plastic. I'm making sure he's not swallowing it. No, he's just spitting it out. What are you doing back there, Mander? So when you're working with training your bird, be consistent. Do it in the same place. You're teaching step up. Don't teach it in 5 different places of your house until you got it down on that one perch where you've been training it, or that one place where you've been training it. You don't generalize the behavior, meaning make it available in different places until you've got it in whatever starter location, whatever basic location you set. everyone reacts differently in different environments. If I were to take you into an interrogation room in a police station, you're going to act differently from me taking you into a restaurant. So train in one place, be consistent, train consistently in one place, and if you can, consistently at the same time of day. Like a magician, magicians learn to move a certain way, to always present things a certain way in order to hide what they're actually doing. But in this case, we want to be consistent. So a magician isn't going to do something where it's different. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to, when they're performing a particular illusion, it's going to be the same way that they move their body. They have to in order to conceal it. In our case, we have to so that they know what the heck we want. What do you want over there, Cecil? You big monster. I think Lorelai's was ignoring you, but she's showing you a little interest now. Hey, Bob. A good example of that recently, I think I mentioned this before, but with Romeo, his autism, his functional autism is so obvious. I have to pull a chair over, put it in a certain spot. I have to call him to a certain place in the cage, and then open the cage door, and he'll come out. I put my hand there until he steps on it. Then he he steps in my lap for about 30 seconds, and then I pick him up and take him back to the socialization room. If I break the order of that in any way, he'll get scared and dive back into his cage or jump on the floor and run away. So I tried recently, I wasn't thinking, and I tried to put my hand up to him in the cage to get him out. And he just took his beak and whacked my hand. Like, you know better. And so that was about 10 minutes before he was supposed to come out, and he wouldn't come out that night. So depending on the bird, consistency can be uh, it's always an issue. But what do you want? Go ahead, eat my hand. Do you want to eat it? No, I didn't think you did. But with Romeo is absolutely critical. I have seen him with some people not be quite as picky, but there's always that moment where somebody's going to do something he doesn't expect, and then he'll freak out. So what, Bob? Bob? If you're going to dress her up as a sunflower, that means she's going to be Maud from the movie Harold and Maude, then, right? One of my favorite movies. Might be a little early this year to dress her as a sunflower, but you never know. You got a little more time. You're going to be Mrs. Bates. Okay,
Yeah, I opened my motel.
cool. Yeah, I think probably the most horrible thing you can dress up as if you're a guy is put on a nice suit like you work for a big corporation, and then go knocking on doors and then go, who do you think you are? And you just say, Why, you've never seen the movie American Psycho? That'll horrify them if they've seen the movie. It does have an interesting twist at the end, though. One I wasn't expecting, so. That's a good character to go as, then, I think. Well, Bob, what would you be? Dr. Frankenfurter? I'd like to see you in sequins. Yeah. I know somebody who could make him an outfit with rhinestones all over it, but I know he'd start pulling the rhinestones off. I know all about Bob. Bob, you're kind of your own horror story when you want to be. What's that all about? Go ahead. That's what he does to people that scares them too. He lunges at them like that. He's not going to do anything with it, but he does it. It's a measure of control, right, Bob?
Rosebud thinks that Bob needs to dress as an Indian since he does a great sneak up.
Yeah, that would be a good one for him too. You want to be Crazy Horse? Huh? Geronimo? Who do you want to be? Huh? Well, that's an answer. That's an answer. They're all pretty quiet today. Yesterday, they were all over the place.
Or we think about a partner outfit for you and the 12 birds. Let's see.
There.
Well, they are not vocalizing, but they walk around. So
Bob looks like he's yeah. I was gonna say looks like he's getting ready to exercise his wings.
So Cecil wants to be a vampire this year, I guess.
Yeah, he's been doing the blood draws. That's for sure. Hey, you. Hey. Bob.
That are great flappies.
Babaloo. Bob. Hey. Come on. You don't need to yell. Bob. No. No. Bob. Come here. If you're going to scream, come here. No, you're not going to open the scab on me there, kid. What are you doing? So what's up with you? What's the yelling about? I put that there hoping it would draw your attention. Wolf yourself. It did. Babaloo, that's right. You. And the Lorelei. Bob. Come on. You don't need to yell. Come on. He'll get going like that. He'll go for a while, so I have to try to nip it in the bud. Bob, come here. Shush. Play with the bucket. You're loud enough they can hear you miles away, big boy.
Rosebud would like to know how many birdies are out. Let's count. We have 1 Triton, that's Bob, 3 Moluccans. And as the umbrellas, we have Cecil, Snowball, Lorelei, and Lucy. So let's count that together. I guess we have 8.
Yeah,
9
Romeo
is
is
gone.
yeah,
Have I
Romeo.
forgotten somebody?
No, I don't think so. 4 umbrellas, three Mullikins,
Pink
and
birds.
1 Triton. Yeah, KK has to be inside because if he gets up, I can't do it while I'm holding the phone. If he gets up on the ropes when there's pink birds, he'll chase them. If they get within about a foot of him, then he goes off. He used to be just always going after them, but now it's just if they get within about a foot of him. So I have to be able to move quickly if I have him out with them. And I'm working on Pippa. Pippa is she's getting better. I had her out yesterday with Lucy and Snowball. And usually she'll go after Snowball, but I was able to stop her with the rather quiet no. Worked. But if I can get her out with Snowball, then I can start working her into a larger group. That's the one, her and Cause. Cause, I'm still having difficulty. The only bird I can get Cause out with is Salamander. She won't go after Salamander. Yeah, no one's there isn't any grass. That's, where I live, they don't do the grass thing. I think they may have. I haven't seen the high school. There may be some grass there so they can play, but and play their sports or whatever. But there's no grass in this town. You see mostly just brown. If you want to see blue skies, you got to see brown dirt. Is the way it usually works. That's my ear. That's my ear. Hi, Shag. Hi, Shag. That's my ear. Cecil. Cecil. Would you stop grabbing my ear? That's my face. I'd rather have you grab that. Sugarbird. Sugarbird. Lorelei. Yeah, over there getting some water. Sea salt. Hey, 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 hey. Don't go hitting people with that toy. Stop it. He's got that big wooden ball, and he's working on whacking me with it, which I'd rather have him hit me with it than hit the other birds. But you like those, don't you? Even though he can't break them up, he likes them. Usually he wants to be able to dig in a hole in anything he's working with. But okay, don't threaten Bob. Bob. Cecil. Bob. Watch it.
Oh, guys.
Be nice. There you go.
I think Bob really doesn't like Cecil to have any toy next to you.
No, he's pretty protective, this boy.
Yep. He's really making a good bodyguard.
Sugar's playing with it. Is that Sugar? No, that's Mander's playing with a toy right now. Which is odd for him because he likes to play with cardboard. That's his favorite thing. He likes to play with cardboard. He does like all of them. There's a little variation though, but different kinds of cardboard. Right, Mander? Takes a bit to switch cameras on this, but it does do the job. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm fearless. I'm not afraid of them, but I'm kind of afraid of what they'll do to each other. So I have to go in fearlessly where other people might not want to tread sometimes, just to make sure that things don't get rough with them. But right now, Cecil's got it on his mind. He's becoming Cecil Hyde. So, and you can see what happens. The birds are getting into positions to hide. See it on someone's face over there. She's like, I'm over here, and there goes Mander. He's getting away from him. He's got a toy. That isn't phasing Snowball or Lucy at this point yet. Jasmine's noticing. Aren't you, Jazz? What are you doing? Oh, you're behind me. No, no, no. Not when I'm holding a phone. Come here. Bob, come here. Get down on my lap. You don't need to. He'll knock that phone right out of my hands. Oh, boy. Won't you? Yeah, these guys are kind of strange when it comes to their territoriality. Until you get used to it, see, he becomes a little more territorial once he has that toy, and he starts, my toy. I'm going to go around and whack people with it. I'm not sure where the scaring the other birds comes along, but I think it's just some kind of um, aberrant behavior based on territoriality. It's fun to watch, though, isn't it?
I could watch them all day.
I think Bob's laughing at you. Bob's good. He's back on my shoulder, by the way. I mean, he's really good at this, and it doesn't bother me to have a bird on my shoulder. So he sneaks up there. I don't even think about it. But he has knocked the phone out of my hand so many times. I'm lucky I haven't had to have it replaced. And it's an oldie. It's a 13, so. Yeah, okay. Now he's getting ready to start whacking me with it. Look at Mander. Don't leave him alone. The only part of that he really listens to is the That's the only part he's really listening to. I could say anything else after that. But he knows that I'm telling him to stay away from Mander, so doesn't mean it's going to last more than 30 seconds, but it does last for a while. Oh, you're asking for trouble sitting there.
Yeah, Rosebud Pippa is inside.
Yeah, Pippa is definitely inside, right?
Yeah.
She's. I'm training her to be with Snowball without attacking him. So once she's secure there, then she probably will fit in again. Not sure what to do about Cause. Yeah, like I say, the only one she gets along with is Mander. So
But I think Pippa was lately cooking with you live on YouTube, so there should be a stream up where you can actually see Pippa.
Yep. Yep, she was cooking with me.
Doing fun stuff next to Don while he's cooking.
Hey, 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 hey! Yo, watch it. Seesaw. Hey! No, 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 no. Snowball. Snowball.
Oy, 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 oy.
Come on, Mander.
Poor baby Mander.
Here, Mander. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on. Yeah, come on.
Mander,
You're all right.
what
Come
do you
on.
want to dress on? I think Paw Patrol is in your age, really popular.
What was that?
I just joked that Manda want to dress something as from Paw Patrol, since this is really popular within super young children.
Yeah. I think he'd do well as a cartoon character. Super Chicken. Come here, Super Chicken. Come on. Come on. You're
Little
okay.
baby dragon or something like that.
Poor boy. Poor boy. Huh? You know, if you just sat still, I could protect you, but you get all hyper. Don't get hyper. Don't do it.
I know what we can dress Manda. We could dress him as Budgie. That would look so cute. Oh, Don, we have Falcon Sue doubting on your theory that robots are better with parrots. She said she cannot imagine a robot yelling no, 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 no to naughty birds all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's a different kind of training. That's where you're trying to modify a negative behavior. But when it comes to training new behaviors, robots would probably do it better, because they can be consistent. But yeah, you're right. I've seen some robots, not ones made in the US, but I've seen some robots made in China that look like they could do it. They can even get facial expressions, which is pretty scary. Right now, robots wouldn't move fast enough to get between two birds that were. Oh, he picked up his harassing toy again. Hey, hey. Well, he got you back, didn't he, Snowball? Huh? He got you back. Yeah, you went after Mander, so Cecil got you back.
Oh, Falcon says her video is stuck. It's fine with me at both ends, StreamYard and YouTube. So maybe you can refresh the site. Or if anybody else has problems, please tell us in chat. We always appreciate that, so we can intervene. If it's on our side, especially.
Oh, we have the Moluccan Mafia doing something here. We have Sugar and Jasmine, and they have surrounded Cecil with his toy. So,
Oh, are the aunties actually protecting the little baby Mander?
looks like it.
That's great.
He's being
To me, it looks more like Jasmine wants him to threaten to bring her.
Mr. Chicken Bird. Chicken Bird. You're such a good boy. You really are. You're just afraid of everything. Yeah. He and Romeo share that fear, but Romeo's far worse, but that's okay. It's okay. He says, no, not when he's holding a ball up there. I'm not. Snowball, what are you doing? I got Snowball sitting up. Ouch. Yeah. Did you find a blemish on my skin? Come here. Sit down here. You found a blemish on my skin, didn't you, Snowball? Yeah. A good bird, though. You're a good bird. Hi, Bob. What am I doing?
Oh,
Did you
what
guys?
are you doing?
That's what Bob said. What are you doing?
Oh, that was Bob.
That was Bob. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I haven't known he can say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. He usually says it when I come back into the room and I'm looking around like I've forgotten something. Then he says, "What are you doing?"
Oh.
He doesn't say it often, but he says it whenever he like. Why in the world are you doing that? It always
And he
comes.
says it crystal clear.
Yeah. Yeah. He does. He says it crystal clear. Bob, what are you doing? You dancing? Okay.
Hello. Babalu, are you going to speak more English to us? We appreciate that.
Babaloo. Kisses? Oh, good boy. Jasmine's flapping. Lucy's looking out the window. Lorelai's trying to get rid of one of the ties that holds the tarp on. Ah, ah. Leave him alone. Don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. Snowball. Don't mess. Bob, over here. Snowball. Come on. This one. Yeah. How's your foot looking? You gotta dremel that later. Come here. Bob. I have to eat my shirt. Thank you. He probably doesn't like me messing with Snowball. Snowball. Lucy, what do you see? Loose bird.
Was that a little jazzy song? Oh, and the goose bird is coming over. The mighty goose goose.
Pretty bird. This one's a great talker. If you ever get a chance to hear her do it, she doesn't do it often. Hello. Want to come down here? All right. Come on. Oh, Bob ran away. See, he didn't want to. He didn't want to preen you, so he ran away. You're just too, you just have too much of an urgent agenda. Bring me now. So they leave. Hi, Luce. Hi, Luce. That bucket boy over there. Yeah, the subject of consistency is you can talk about it forever because we all tend to have that moment where we're inconsistent and then we have to walk everything back. Mander was fairly consistently, depending on his mood, getting out at night to sit with me in the back room, the socialization room. But now that he comes out here, I don't do that. But that doesn't mean he doesn't want me to. He'll start going around in his cage right about the time I would normally do that. So again, timing is important too. When you do it at first, you can generalize it later and try it at different times, but in different places. But you got to get that behavior established first.
So welcome to Giselle Loves New York and Honey Baldridge, Chad. Donna, I was a moment distracted. Have you picked up the question by Honey Baldridge?
Is it unusual for a bird to teach another bird to talk? Thanks, Amy, for letting me see that. I was busy pointing it at the birds because they're being kind of active. No, it's not unusual. In fact, Bob says, he says, "I love you." He learned that from Romeo. He saw Romeo getting treats for saying it, so he started saying it. I was at the another example is I was at the Renaissance Fair with, I know I've told this story before, but I was at the Renaissance Fair with Lorelei and Chloe, and Chloe was saying hello to everyone, and they were all all the attention was going at Chloe. So the first time Lorelei actually spoke was to say hello, which she learned from her because I hadn't started teaching her, just to get the attention of everyone. Yeah, they learn from each other. Bob, calm down now, sweetheart. All right, Bob. Babaloo. Oh, come on, calm down. See, with him, I have to calm him down. Bob, come here. Come here. Babaloo. No. We're not doing that. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, he's a screamer. So if you don't stop him, it'll just keep going and going and going. But
Woof, woof. Yep.
When I first got him, you couldn't stop him. He would just go on and on and on. Yeah, until we started training you. You can't have the phone. No. You can't have
Babaloo.
it. Babaloo wants the phone. That's what he's trying to get across to me.
Mm-hmm.
The phone. Bob, come here.
Yeah, Rosebud got the essence of Bob. Bob is loud and proud.
Yeah, he is. No, they teach each other to talk. Parrots are unique in the world in that they can not just model their behaviors after other birds. We call that modeling, but they also can see a bird do something that was dangerous and almost get hurt, and then they won't do it. They've learned to not to do negative behaviors by watching them. With a dog, they have to find out for themselves. It has to happen to them. But with birds, no, they're smart enough to figure out, wait a minute, I'm not doing that. I'm not stepping on that stove. No, I saw what happened there. That kind of thing. So vicarious learning is what that is called. And you won't find many birds that do that. So no, he was at an animal hospital that actually had the word bird in their name, but another vet told me that they should not be allowed to handle birds at all because they didn't have anybody there qualified. But they would go by his cage, go get a dog, and walk a dog. So he watched them walking these dogs all day long while he was stuck in a cage. So he learned to bark. He probably was trying to, again, he was learning to make a sound based on what he was seeing. So he was modeling his behavior. If I bark, maybe they'll take me out on a leash. Yeah, probably the thought process going on.
Hmm.
And we humans tend to think we're the only animals that think, but I've seen them. Probably the best example of birds that can think things out is the Goffin Lab in Austria. They have birds that can open a lock that has, I think the longest one they had it do was, and they had many birds do this. 213 positions have to be achieved before the lock opens. Bob, what are you looking at? I can't see anything over there. No, no, no. Let's not do that. Bob. No. Let's not start the ripple. No. No. Bob. Hi. Bob's a good bird. Bob's a good bird. Yes, he is. Bob's a good boy. Bob's a good bird. No, I don't want you to do that.
So
Bob.
in the chat, Calvin tells us that his Triton slugger, who also comes from a rescue, has also picked up some phrases there from other birds.
Yeah, the best case scenario is when they see the other bird doing something and getting rewarded for it. Bob, come here. Come here. Come here. Babaloo. Come here. No, don't play that game with me. No, come here. Come here, Bob. And I'm just right now just trying to get a hold of his foot. Come here. When you've got one that goes on repeat, you have to reestablish the boundaries of what sounds they can make. So otherwise, if I let him go, he will start doing that just and won't stop. He'll just keep going for a half hour or so. So, right, Bob? Oh, we have a bucket bird. Cecil went in the bucket. The thing is, he can't get out of there when he drops all the way in, so I'll have to let him out. Well, thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you all for coming. And I hope you remember that it's important to be consistent, to be robotic-like. You know, you could play that song before you go into work with your with the bird, Mr. Roboto, right? That old song. So you want to be a robot. You can be as cheerful or whatever you want, but try to be consistent in that too. If you approach it with a scowl on your face one day and a smile on your face the next day, they don't quite know where you're going with it. Pretty bird. That smile on their face might look like the preacher. If anybody saw Poltergeist 2, the preacher in Poltergeist 2, you know how he looked pretty sickly? Yeah, he looked sick all right. He applied for the job to play that part because he was dying of cancer. And he said and he was right. He had the perfect look for it. You know, he was skinny, looked like he was just about ready to die, and he wanted that to be his last acting in the movies. So he's been doing a lot of stage work, but he did his last job in the movies. So when you watch Poltergeist 2, just think about that. The guy was dying of cancer, and he wanted that job badly. So anyway, thanks for coming, and remember that we do have merchandise, and you can find that through our link tree. We got t-shirts and cups and stationery and Bob's boxers.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. Oh, look at that Babaloo Bob. Isn't he the sweetest on earth?
He is.
Oh,
And if you notice, I just redirect him for a little bit, and I can get him to stop that. When I first got him, it was just when he started, you couldn't stop him.
mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have that problem. So you can deal with it. Just deal with it consistently. But anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks, Amy, for your moderation. Thanks, Eleanor, for I think you're still in the hospital, for being with us, and everybody else. And we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Science knowledge only adds to the excitement, the mystery, and the awe of a flower.
Evidence is evidence. It's public. Everybody can look at the evidence and assess it, and eventually, if there's enough evidence, come to the same conclusion.
The Chloe Sanctuary for Parrots and Cockatoos, a nonprofit charity dedicated to the empowerment of captive parrots and public awareness.